the Miami Dolphins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action now. Jackson. That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the first play of the game. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Tua. Dancing to his left. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. On play action, here's Tua. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And this one too low.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson, escaping the pressure right. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Jackson will throw again. Open man is Duvernay. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Flushed out right. And throw right side complete to Parker. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened them up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
On first down, Tagovailoa. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And this Charles Dick. Definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Setting up the screen for Cook. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. Ryan. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a good call there. That brings up 4th. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And he'll take this in at the 1-yard line. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Well, I can certainly tell my age, partner, because when I was a kid, running backs like J.K. Dobbins with over 2,000 yards in their final season in college, they went early in the draft. Instead, he somehow lasted until the 2nd round. But how great is it to get a guy with that ability who can run it inside, run to the perimeter, and catch the football in the backfield? Be able to get him in the 2nd round, that's what I call a steal. He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right. They'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's the Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Christian Wilkins able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. From the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They start the drive with Cook. Cook with a 1st down and much more. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get to normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Cook running right. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Ryan. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And oh no, it's incomplete. It's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet, they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Ryan. Flush, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down, and that will force a turnover on downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Flushed out right. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go play action with Ryan. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season.
It is time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes
throw left side is complete on the diving effort.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From just shy of midfield, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
He's going to let one go deep for Parker. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Play action, Ryan. Going for the deep ball. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Well, he's been doing this for more than a decade now, showing that he's still got that arm strength from back when he was the #1 overall pick.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut this to a 17-point spread.
Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off 1.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Ryan. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And Ryan's throw is taken in by Waddle.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Here's Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
At their own 38-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Ryan. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On third down, Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Got a man, it's Waddle, complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and 2, Ryan flushed out right.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. To throw is Ryan. Caught on the slant. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Now Ryan.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable. And that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
They're looking at a third straight win here if they can hold on. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And some room to maneuver. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
To return it, here's Tavon Young.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Flush to his right. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 3.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now it's Jackson. Being chased out left. First down and more for Jackson. The quick feet by Jackson. And he takes it all the way down to the 22. A big play there on the scramble.
Geez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but you know, if you wanted proof of his straight line speed, look no further. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do. Late games.
Man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devontae Parker with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year.
And the Ravens are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage.
Now Tucker to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. On first down, Ryan. And that'll be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
This is caught inside the 15. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Cook. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Dalvin Cook hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Dolphins 24. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fields this way up at the 17. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And I actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are right back in this football game. And now with that interception, you feel like we got a ball game again. Remember, 2-score contest and still time left here in the 4th.
And in the old days, not too long gone either. Throwing the ball here would have been an absolute no-no. But the way the game's played now, throwing it makes sense. You just have to be careful when you put it in the air.
After the interception, here's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. Jackson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So the